Run, river, run, run through the hills. Run, river, run to the sea. Run, river, run to your place beneath the sun. Run, river, run.
Hi, this is Jan Lewis. Welcome to be my guest. Today we have Dr. Theolinda Barry, naturalist. What was ND?
Naturopathic doctor.
Naturopathic doctor. I heard Dr. Barry on WCRN. It's 8:30 a.m. on the dial in Worcester. I was driving along one day, and I think somewhere I heard that you were from in Whitensville originally with that type of thing, and you were local. And I said,
Right.
got to get her on the show. And I love what you were talking about. Naturopathic medicine. Now she does Healthy by Nature. That's your brand, right?
Yep, that's the name of my business. Yeah.
And she is a member of the Mass Society of Naturopathic Doctors. When did you get interested in this?
Oh gosh, it's been a lot of years. I've been in practice for 17 years.
Yeah.
Prior to that, I went to school for a master's in counseling. Prior to that, I got a degree in psychology.
Yeah.
Years ago, I've always wanted to be a doctor.
Yeah.
I think my mother probably indoctrinated me a little bit. Giving me the little toy
Yeah.
stethoscope and things like that. So
Yeah.
a little subliminal.
So that was it.
Yeah. So, and I always wanted to be a doctor, and went to school. Started off at pre-med in school and college, and thought, what, I took a psychology course and thought, wow, the mind is so important to health. How the mind-body works. So I switched to a psychology major,
Yeah.
and I found that was just that just opened up a lot to me. I thought, wow, the mind-body connection is huge.
Yeah.
But then after that, after getting the psychology degree, I thought, I want to know more.
Yeah.
I want to know how the mind is affecting the body. I had to know how the body worked.
Right.
So I found this thing after a while, after getting a master's in counseling,
Yeah.
finding that there was this field of medicine called naturopathic medicine. Naturopathic medicine. I had never heard it
Yeah.
before.
Yeah.
I knew things like acupuncture, nutrition, chiropractic, and things like that. But when I found naturopathic medicine, I thought, oh wow, it's mind, body, spirit.
Yeah.
And it addresses the whole body and mind and spirit. So it's all important and all plays a role in health. So that was a lot of years ago. It seems like 1,000 years now, because as I say, I went to school for 1,000 years.
Where did you grow up?
I grew up in Hopkinton.
Hopkinton,
just
right up the
local,
street?
Yeah,
Okay.
right up the road. And then just moved to Upton. I was in Upton for a while, and now I'm out in Uxbridge. But my practice is in Whitensville. I've been there for 13 years.
Now, I know there's a big factory built. Are you near the Whiten Community Center by any chance?
Not too. I'm at sort of near the corner of Plumber's Corner on that intersection.
Oh, where the dentist is.
I'm in with the chiropractic health center down there.
There's is it Gaudet Insurance?
Yep, just down there, half a mile down from there.
Oh, heading toward
Toward Uxbridge, yeah.
I didn't know there was another building. Oh, wait, there is.
Yeah.
I think there used to be a physical therapy place in there.
And that's across the street, up the road just a bit.
Oh, so there's another. You're right down the street.
Yeah, right down the street.
What are your hours?
I have different hours. Right now I'm seeing patients on Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Fridays.
That's pretty good.
So Tuesday, Thursday, Friday.
How could they get a hold of you?
They can call me. My phone number, 508-234-5655. You can get me on email, drtbarry@verizon.net. So that's DRTBARRY @verizon.net. I'm also, I have a website. I have to remember these things. The website is www.healthybynatureND, as in naturopathic.com, so healthybynatureND. I'm also on Facebook. You can find me Healthy by Nature ND on Facebook as well. So I'm there. I don't do Twitter or anything like that. It was hard enough to get me to do Facebook and all that.
I don't do Twitter. I'm sick of Facebook.
Yeah.
I like email.
I do.
Can you text?
I can text.
Well, I have a son, a millennial, and I better learn quick.
You have to learn quick.
Where did you go to school for this?
For this, I went to the it used to be called National College of Naturopathic Medicine. It's now National University of Natural Medicine.
Where is that?
That's out in Oregon. Or Oregon.
You went to Oregon?
Yeah, there were no schools around here. They were all out on the West Coast. There was Arizona, Washington, and Oregon. And of course, as soon as I moved out there, the school became available in Connecticut. But they've since closed, unfortunately.
Why?
But there are other schools popping up.
But it's so important. So naturopathic takes into consideration everything: the mind, the body, spirit.
Yeah.
And I think when I see somebody suffering, you think if they allow themselves to become so depressed That's not going to help the healing process. is it?
It's not, and what the beauty of naturopathic medicine is that it can be injected anywhere in the health spectrum, health and wellness spectrum. So to prevent acute illness, to prevent acute from becoming chronic, chronic from becoming debilitating.
Right.
So I like to inject it anywhere. So if somebody says, well, gee, I don't know, can I come to see you for this or that? Sure, let's try.
Right.
Because it's the whole idea with naturopathic medicine is to prevention. It's mainly focused on prevention. And I say prevention anywhere along the line, but essentially I've had to come up with a sort of a little elevator pitch so people, because so many people have said, gee, it sounds interesting what you do, but I don't know what you do.
Yeah.
I don't know where
Right.
why would I come to see you?
Sure.
So I say, well, essentially naturopathic medicine is a system of healing whose focus is on prevention,
Yeah.
but also on the restoration and maintenance of health using natural therapies. So that's it in a very small nutshell.
Yeah. So if somebody wanted to come see you,
Mhm.
what are some of the most common reasons that you see?
Well, it kind of goes in waves. Once in a while, I'll get a wave of thyroid issues, people with hypothyroid, low-functioning thyroid, or weight issues, or anxiety. A lot of anxiety, especially
Yeah.
these days.
Oh,
unfortunately.
yeah.
A lot of anxiety, depression.
Yes.
Attention deficit hyperactivity, so I do work with some children as well, all ages pretty much.
Bipolar and all those things too?
To some extent. I don't do a lot, not with severe depression, severe anxiety. I think it's worth it to sometimes you need to get medication.
Right.
And I'm not that I'm advocating medication or not, but sometimes that's a little out of my scope.
Are you pretty good at telling someone, gee, or suggesting, try eating this?
That's the mainstay of my practice. I focus on nutrition. I think that's the foundational piece.
Yeah.
Is, you are what you eat. But I also like to say you are why you eat, when you eat, how you eat, and where you eat.
Yeah.
Because all those factors, they're all the mind-body connections. So if you're in a toxic environment, those foods can affect you differently.
Right.
If you're rushing and eating and not really assimilating things, that's going to affect you. So also when you're eating, if you're eating maybe just you skip breakfast, you skip lunch, you only eat dinner, those sorts of things.
I couldn't do
all
that.
No, I couldn't.
No.
I couldn't either. So
I couldn't go to school unless I had breakfast.
Right,
My mother made
right.
eggs, you name it.
Yep.
And
Yep.
everything was a clockwork, lunch, dinner. I knew when things are going to happen.
And it's not that way anymore.
No,
really. A
it
lot
isn't.
of people are grabbing things at once. So I try to help folks figure out what to eat, when to eat, and all that. But also just so they're picking the right things.
Right.
Helping them to plan meals and plan having good food in the house.
Right.
Whenever they can.
Salads, like a lot of roughage, right?
Yeah, roughage, sure. Just trying to do fresh is always best. Frozen is next best. Canned if you have to.
Yeah.
And there's some things you have to get canned.
I know if you go to some stores, you get to know the produce sections that aren't good in some stores, so you go to another one, theirs is really good.
Right.
When it says organic, do you
Yeah.
believe it in the grocery store?
I have to, I say a little prayer over my meal before I eat, so I'm just hoping that it will be safe. But I do believe it, but it depends on where it comes from, because not all organic standards are the same. So
Yeah.
organic from China or Argentina might be different from our standards. So I try to buy as local and as United States as possible,
Right.
or at least do some research and find out
Or it
what the
is.
practices are, in different countries.
We're talking with Dr. Theolinda Berry, and she is a doctor of naturopathy, right?
Naturopathic.
Naturopathic. My God, I'm going to get it.
Naturopathic. Naturopathic.
Healthy by nature, and she's a member of the Massachusetts Society of Naturopathic Doctors.
Yes.
She's based in Whitensville.
Yeah.
So, again, how can they get in touch with you?
So my practice is Healthy by Nature. You can give me a call, 508-234-5655. You can email me. That's probably the best way to get me. It's Healthy by Nature. Nope, I lied. That's my website. HealthyByNatureND.com is my website. My email is Dr. T. Barry. That's DrTBarry at Verizon.net. And also on Facebook. So some folks might want to message me there. So wherever there's ways to get to me.
Theolinda, what do you think of two loves of mine? Chocolate and I know I should. Those iced coffees that you buy them in the store in a bottle. Starbucks has it, and Dunkin's they have. Oh my God! I have to watch it because boy, those.
It's funny. I'm not a coffee drinker, so no, I know. So I can't.
I didn't used to be. And then, a few years ago, I thought, well, that's pretty good.
I know. I love the smell of it. But and it can be good for, it's funny, Jan, because sometimes it's one week you'll see it's good for you, another week you'll see a newscast that'll say, oh, it's bad for you, it's good for you. You know, it's like anything else. You can drink water or drown in it, you know. So
no, I know my great-grandmother was, 96 when she died, and she said moderation and all
moderation. Things. Well, you know, and if you're going to do coffee, I would say get organic, because it's a very highly pesticide, highly chemicaled crop.
Really?
I should say get organic with as many things as you can. You can check. There's a website, if I can
sure
give that website to folks. It's called the Environmental Working Group, EWG.org, and they put out every year, they put out the Dirty Dozen and the Clean 15. So the top foods that are either highly pesticide, highly chemicaled, the most, because you can't buy everything organic, it's just too expensive. So if you know the top ones, apples and strawberries and spinach, a lot of the leafies, and some that you don't have to, bananas and broccoli, certain things that you don't have to
I
buy
wash the
organic.
apples and the fruit. I know enough in the lettuce. Well, the
but you
lettuce
know,
we buy
that's
is washed, I guess.
I'd still wash it.
You would?
Oh, yeah. I don't.
Oh, because it says pre-washed.
It does, but you know, if you wash it, you'll see. If you wash it, put it in a just a white bowl, you'll see a lot of the dirt, and there's still stuff
Really?
that comes out. Yeah,
I had no idea.
it's good to wash it again, and I like to get a little
a colander.
Get a colander or something, and get a little spray wash kind of thing. They have fruit washes and things. It's good to just put a little.
Or use your little
wash in there.
schnauzer from the sink and.
Yeah, but I like to get a little bit of. I guess you'd call it soap, or it's like a fruit and vegetable wash.
Oh, because I'm not putting soap in my.
no, but a little it's a vegetable wash. I can't think of the name of
Yeah.
it, but there are some out there at the health food stores and things.
What do you think about? All right, what's this thing with dark chocolate and regular?
I was going to just
okay,
say,
what
we
is
got to get back
this?
to chocolate. So as I say, coffee okay in moderation. Do organic is best. Chocolate, you want to do dark chocolate.
I know, but I love the.
I never used to like a dark chocolate. I was a milk chocolate fiend, but after you have the dark chocolate, get used to it. The milk chocolate's just too sweet.
Really?
Oh yeah.
Oh God.
Dark chocolate's better for you. It has more antioxidants.
White chocolate. Oh.
White chocolate's very sugary. Oh, see, when I eat too much sugar now, I can feel it, and I need broccoli or something after I eat because
You can feel it.
I can feel it. It feels toxic to me.
When you were growing up, did you know you were going to go in this direction?
No, I had never heard of, as I say, never heard of naturopathic medicine for sure. My mother she was always a big firm believer in vitamin C and, doing the health drink, the apple cider vinegar with water and honey, and now that's all the go now, apple cider vinegar. So she was ahead of her time. But, so again, a little indoctrination perhaps.
Cod liver oil? My mother made me take that with orange juice chaser.
Yep.
Wow.
And now they have orange flavored and they have lemon flavored, so it's not so bad. And you can get it in capsules too. But I prefer liquid.
She'd say it's time for the cod liver. I'm like,
Yes.
and I have to take it, and I have this orange juice right down. She was really into. I would say she was pretty healthy minded.
Well,
we didn't grow up with. My husband grew up with a lot of pasta. We didn't really grow up with pasta.
Yeah.
We had our basic. I call it kosher Yankee. It was either hamburger, peas, potato, salad, maybe some fish, a steak, salad. Salads were a staple.
Yeah.
Maybe a little roll. But we didn't live to eat. What's the thing? We didn't live to eat. We ate to live. Right. Yeah, I don't sit down and eat a whole bunch of stuff.
And and there's so much available now. It's almost too much food. You get 24-hour drive-throughs, and I think that's just you can get food anytime you want. Which we're blessed in some ways in this country, but other ways, that's what's I think creating part of the obesity issue is that we're eating at all hours, anything we want, as much as we want.
I'm seeing a lot of that obesity around.
And it's getting younger and younger though.
Oh, the little kid! You'll see the mommy walk in, and then you'll see the little kid.
And a lot of kids are getting hypertension. They're getting heart disease and diabetes. Just things that adults would be getting. A lot of anxiety in kids now as well. So, and that's a lot attributed to what you eat as well. So there's.
You think that the anxiety is tied with what we eat?
Food-mood connection.
Like what
I've done
makes
talks on that before.
Sugar?
Sugar for sure, but also dairy and wheat. Dairy and wheat. Yeah, dairy. In fact, casein. There's a. Learned this years ago. The casein, which is the protein in dairy, it tends to bind to opiate receptors in the brain, so that causes impulsivity, as if you were having an opiate. So when you get kids that are hyperactive, one of the things we start with is taking dairy away, all dairy products away for about a month, and then see how they do, and then take wheat products away, so gluten and wheat products away. and you have to do it for like 3 to 6 months to see just to get it out
I'd
of
go
your system.
nuts if I couldn't have a little bit. I use, what's the thing, lactose free.
Lactose free.
Okay.
Yeah, well,
Well-
that's a sugar. It's the protein that can tend to be more irritating. Let's put it that way.
Yeah.
Like a grain of sand in your shorts. I say, it's like a grain of sand in your shorts. It's it can just be irritating to the immune system, irritating to the nervous system.
Yeah.
The gut-brain connection is huge.
Yeah.
There are so many things that as I said, you are what you eat, but also it's going to affect how you think.
Yeah.
If you have lack of focus, if you're able to, inflammation. I mean, it affects so many things. Your food.
Flaxseed?
Flaxseed, love flaxseed.
Okay, I sprinkle it on my toast.
Yeah. Yeah.
That is
the
good.
ground flaxseed.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
It's
You
the
want to
ground
grind it up.
Yeah.
Grind it up. Keep it in the fridge.
Yeah, I do.
Fridge,
We
okay,
keep it in,
yeah.
and
No,
before
it's
bed at
good
night,
for you.
it's just sort of sprinkle it all over my English muffin or something.
Yeah. Yeah.
A little honey, and because it's sort of, how do we say it gently? Keeps things
It
moving.
promotes things. Yes. It promotes intestinal fortitude.
Why is that? What about
It's
flaxseed?
fiber. It's good fiber, and it's also good omega-3 fatty acid.
How much would we use a
So-
day, though?
I typically suggest 1 to 2 tablespoons
Oh, wow.
a day.
Okay.
So you
all
can
right.
throw. You don't get a lot when you do. Throw it in a smoothie. Throw it on your oatmeal. Makes it a little bit like spackle, but
Yeah.
but you might have to mix it up a little bit. You throw some berries in there.
Besides that, what is another good fiber thing to eat for the veggies? What are the best vegetables?
vegetables? The leafy green vegetables are going to be great. Nuts and seeds are good too. Again, you're going to get good fats, good fiber, good protein, good B vitamins. So it's the cleaner you eat, the more whole foods you eat,
Yeah.
the better off you're going to be.
Right.
It's just because that's what your body knows. The more processed foods that you eat, well, they're processed, so a lot of the nutrients are taken right out of them. So when you eat that, you're now eating something that is devoid of nutrients, or they've got synthetic nutrients in there. So now our body has to take from its own nutrient stores to break that down.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a lose-lose situation. So the more ingredients, watch it out.
Yeah, now I look on the back of things to see what's in it, and I'm stunned when I say, wait a minute, palm oil is not supposed. My husband gets on me for that.
Yeah.
What is that?
There's a, I don't know. I'd have to do a little more research on the palm oil, but there is some that's okay and some that's not. It depends if it's, I think, the way it's processed or where it's gathered from.
Yeah.
So there are different
Extra
kinds.
virgin olive oil I use.
Yeah.
That's
yeah,
a good one, right?
Yeah, olive oil, coconut oil gets a bad rap, but I think it's good
It
for
tastes.
you.
I hate coconut milk. I
Really?
tried it.
Really?
Oh,
Well, nothing's for everything. There's fortunately there's all kinds of different flavors and things out there. There's almond milk, there's rice milk, there's soy milk, there's different oils.
almond
and
milk
things.
is okay.
Yep.
Chocolate flavored.
Chocolate. I like vanilla. I like vanilla.
Yeah. What was I going to say? Vitamins.
Yeah.
Now, all right. What I remember, I take about 1,000 of C a day, 2 vitamin Ds, which would equal about 2,000 or 3,000.
Uh-huh. Are you taking it with food?
Oh yeah, yeah.
Vitamin D is fat soluble.
the one that's a combination of zinc, magnesium, and
Oh, and calcium.
something. Yeah,
Yeah.
that thing.
Yeah.
But it's a horse pill.
Yeah, they
so
are big.
I can't do it. So
Yeah.
I got a pill smasher thing.
See, there are ways to get around things.
Oh, yeah,
So there's no
stuff in
excuse. There's no excuse. That's
You
why I said-
don't choke on a big pill. I hate those.
I prefer capsules to tablets mostly.
Really?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I do. I think they break up better. It depends on the brand.
Yeah.
You want to get good brands.
What's your
if you-
favorite? Nature or Spring Valley or?
I have some Dr. Quality Pure Encapsulations, which is a local company, Vital Nutrients. Solgar makes some good ones
Solgar.
now
Yeah.
NOW product. There's a lot of good Gaia herbs. I mean, there's a lot of good companies out there.
Yeah.
I'm not typically fond of the store-bought brand ones because I don't know where they're made, and what you want to look for too are the other ingredients.
Sure. Yeah.
That's the thing. A lot of times the other ingredients, the talc and the colorings, the FDC Lake number blue number 4, those are the things that are
The bad ones.
bad things for you. So
Right over in Westboro, they've got, what's that thing called? The natural food store over there. What's
Simple Enough natural.
Simple
foods.
Enough.
Yeah, I've known Henry for years. Yeah.
I love going over there.
Yeah, he's wonderful. Yeah.
Oh, my gosh, you got to bring your, some bucks in your wallet.
You do, and that's why you want to make sure well, it's good to see somebody, somebody such as myself, so that you're not buying everything, because everything looks so good, and everything sounds so good. You hear on this TV show, or this something, Dr. So-and-so online, or Dr. So-and-so on TV, this is great, get this, it's good for everything.
Right.
It might be good for some things and for some people, but not for you.
Yeah.
So that's why when people come to see me, I spend about an hour and a half to 2 hours in the initial appointment with
That's
people.
pretty good.
And we go over your supplements, your medications, your lab work, go over everything along with the health history. So a lot of information gathering in that first visit.
Yeah.
So that I can then say, okay, these supplements, you're on the right track, but let's switch the brand, or let's do more or less of this.
Yeah.
Same thing with blood work. Did you know you're low in vitamin D? Oh, my doctor didn't say I was low. Well, that's really low.
Yeah.
So let's do this. And you're taking vitamin D and you're still low? Well, it might be the fact that you're not taking it with food, or perhaps you need it with some vitamin K as well, healthy absorb. So we look at why you're not absorbing things too.
Theolinda, how again can they reach you? Set up an appointment, maybe?
Yep, you can set up an appointment. You can give me a call, 508-234-5655, or you can email me at drtbarry@verizon.net, drtbarry@verizon.net. Check out my website, healthybynatureND.com, or check out, Facebook as well.
Yeah.
I'm on there as well. You can message me there. So.
I first heard her, still recovering from that doggone, what do you call it, that flu thing that was going around this summer. My gosh, it just came out of nowhere.
Yep.
And my husband and I used sanitizer. No one around us is sick.
No, just in the air. You just never know.
We both ended up in the ER getting chest x-rays. At first they thought his was pneumonia, but his primary care said, no, we saw it afterwards. They'll tell you one thing, but then when a radiologist looks at it later, they can send another message to the primary care that, well, I didn't see it. I'm like, well, which is it?
Which I know.
What do you think of vitamin E these days, and A? What do you think?
Well, E gets a bad rap.
Yeah.
I think it has gotten a bad rap in the past that, it's not good for you. But one of the things here is a lot of people do the form D-alpha tocopherol.
Yeah.
It's good if you can do mixed tocopherol, so you're getting delta, gamma. You're not just getting the alpha, you're getting the delta, the gamma, the beta, the different ones. So that has been found to be more beneficial than just the D-alpha.
Right.
And the other thing with the vitamin E is you want to get D-alpha, not DL-alpha. DL is synthetic. Yeah,
Okay.
D-alpha. DL-alpha is synthetic, so that can be a problem.
That can be the problem.
That can be a problem, too.
Yeah.
So, and vitamin A, I like vitamin A is good in
to
moderation. It depends. Again, you don't want to overdose on vitamin A. It can be liver toxic. So beta carotene is considered pro-vitamin A.
Mm-hmm.
It will convert to vitamin A as you need it. So you can usually do higher doses of beta carotene if you need to. And that's good for when you're sick. If you're getting cold or flu.
Now, in
skin
naturopathy,
Yep.
right? There's a debate here on whether someone should take Advil when they have a headache or Tylenol. Tylenol doesn't really do it for me.
I know.
Advil, I guess
It's a preference, I think, because some people, Tylenol doesn't do anything for me. I try to prevent the headaches as much as I can.
Sure.
Try doing things like cold packs on the head or on the back of the neck. Sometimes those can help.
Yeah.
Stretching, deep breathing. Certain essential oils are really good. I'm not into the oils as much. I don't know as much about them, but I know like lavender is great on the temples for some folks.
Sure.
But there are a lot of essential oils that could help with headaches and things too. So doing something more natural. But as opposed to Advil and Tylenol, it just depends on the person. Both are not. I'm not a big fan for the other side effects, the gut health, and
I know when I was having
effects.
diagnosed as tension headaches, and I said, what the heck? What am I supposed to do with this? I was going through a thing where I was taking maybe 2 Advil every day or every other day. And so she said, I went to a specialist, and she wrote down vitamin B2.
Oh,
Is that riboflavin?
It is riboflavin, yeah.
And I thought, how the heck is that going to change me?
Well, for migraines, I know B2 and magnesium is a really good combination.
Okay.
So that can help. It may help with other headaches as well. B vitamins, headaches could be because of dehydration, could be because of B vitamin deficiency, so many different things.
Yeah. Now, if somebody can come to you and find out, right? They can give tests.
Right.
Can you give blood tests?
I don't do blood tests necessarily, not so many. I do some food sensitivity testing, but we should be getting licensed by the end of this year. And these naturopathic doctors are not licensed in every state yet. We're still working on that in every state, so every state's different.
Yeah.
So that means our scope of practice is different. So hopefully with the passage of licensure by the end of this year, we will be able to expand our scope a bit.
I love this. I have a friend who's going through I think she's going to go through her second round of chemotherapy. Is there anything that you recommend to really help them heal quicker?
You know, it would really depend. It would be a very individual case. With cancers, it's something you can't very much boost the immune system potentially if we're not doing certain immunotherapy drugs.
Yeah.
We don't want to interfere with the chemotherapy, but oftentimes just helping your diet, just cleaning up the diet. But there are certain nutritional supplements that can also help with the side effects of chemotherapy.
Yeah, that's,
it depends on what it is. So
I can
I
picture
never make a blanket statement.
I can picture, a girl coming in and, she's got her bald hat on. I can coming to you and saying, what can I do naturally wise to help this process?
Right. And it would depend on what type of cancer they have, what type of chemotherapy. Again, I'd need a lot more information in order to treat them properly. And sometimes I can't. Sometimes I say, right now, go finish going through that. Will help afterwards. Of course, the best is to help before.
Yeah.
To do something.
Do you think more doctors should get in on this, like over at the medical centers, and they should have at least a naturopath like yourself?
I think it would be great because there are a lot of naturopaths that will go through the Cancer Treatment Centers of America. They go through and do internships and residencies there, and they're huge.
That's out west, isn't it?
The closest one I believe is in Pennsylvania, but there are several now throughout the country.
Have you been? Have you seen?
I have not. No. I have colleagues who have gone through the program there, and I just think again they really do treat the whole person. So cancer is a whole person, whole body, mind, spirit thing. It's not just this cell that's eating away. There's a reason, and there's a lot to it.
Well, we're going to close, but we've been talking with Dr. Theolinda Berry, and she is in charge of Healthy by Nature, and she's a member of the Mass Society of Naturopathic Doctors. Right. And again, how can they reach you?
We're also on the msnd.org if you wanted to check us out. Also the AANP, the American Association of Naturopathic Physicians, if you're ever looking for licensed naturopaths in your area, different states. But you can get hold of me at 508-234-5655. You can email me at drtbarry@verizon.net or check out my website, Facebook me.
I wish you was going to stay on WCRN. That's where I heard you.
I know.
You were on like a month, right?
I was on for about a month. Yep. I had a few shows there.
What is the studio like? I can't picture it. Is it dark?
No, it's a neat little studio.
Okay.
Yeah,
it's okay.
Yeah, it's a nice little studio.
Because I've listened, because we've had the father and son duo who do the ear. They are terrific.
Yeah.
Oh, they've been on a few times.
How fun.
And then, of course, I listen to, what's her name again?
Frankie Boyer.
When I happen to catch her, I hear Frankie Boyer.
Yeah.
She's pretty good. I'm trying to think, there's so many of them. When I heard you, I'm like, oh, good. We got another nature-oriented person.
Right. I think I'm the only naturopathic doctor.
I love that. I love it. I really, really do. Thank you for being
with us.
You.
Went by fast.
She's right in Whitensville. I mean, if you're in the area of Blackstone Valley, Worcester County, Metro West, even if you're over the line in Rhode Island, Connecticut,
that's right.
She's not far from you at all.
Right.
Feel free to give her a call and come over and see her.
Right. I'm happy to talk with you and see if we're a fit.
What's your address again?
It's 800 Providence Road in
that's 122.
122. Yep, 800 Providence Road in Whitensville. So give a call.
Thank you.
Thanks so much.
We'll see you next time.
Bye bye now.